Buckle up, folks. The late-night TV drama that's been gripping the nation is far from over, and it's sparking debates on free speech, political pressure, and the power of comedy in a divided America. Imagine this. After a week of eerie silence on the airwaves, Jimmy Kimmel's iconic show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, roared back to life, but not without a few hiccups. For those just tuning in, this isn't your average TV rerun. It's a real-life saga involving political fireworks, corporate decisions, and the resilience of a comedian who refuses to back down. The show returned to most of the country on Wednesday, just 7 days after it was yanked off the air due to a controversial monologue. And while we're all hoping for a return to normalcy, the events surrounding the suspension suggest our national late-night nightmare might be evolving into something even more intense. But here's where it gets controversial. The very reason Kimmel was sidelined could ignite fierce arguments about where comedy ends and political blame begins. On his comeback episode, Kimmel stepped onto the stage to a thunderous applause and chants of "Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy," reminiscent of the wild energy from shows like The Jerry Springer Show. He kicked things off with some lighthearted jabs at the preemptions that kept his show from reaching everyone, and even poked fun at another ABC hit, The Golden Bachelor. But true to form, he quickly dove into his signature style, roasting President Trump with sharp wit. And let's be honest, when Trump is firing off tweets, or in this case, posts on Truth Social like a machine gun, it's not exactly a challenge for a comedian as skilled as Kimmel. Trump, ever the vocal critic, didn't hold back. He blasted ABC on his platform, claiming they were fake news for reinstating Kimmel, and accused the network of making a mistake by canceling the show initially. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone, and his talent was never there, Trump wrote. He went on to call Kimmel not funny and suggested the show was 99% positive Democrat garbage, labeling it as an arm of the DNC, and even hinting at illegal campaign contributions. Trump threatened to test ABC out on this, boasting that his last run-in with them netted him $16 million, a reference to a defamation lawsuit settlement. He wrapped up by calling them a true bunch of losers and wishing Kimmel would rot in his bad ratings. Kimmel, with his trademark quick wit, fired back. Only Donald Trump would try to prove that he's not threatening ABC by threatening ABC. It's a classic example of how late-night hosts often turn political barbs into punchlines, keeping audiences entertained while highlighting the absurdity of the situation. Despite Trump's predictions of doom, Kimmel's return was anything but a flop. Even though about a quarter of the country missed out due to affiliate preemptions, that's when local stations choose to air something else instead, often due to protests or owner disagreements. The show smashed records. It drew its largest ever audience for a regular episode in the program's 22-year history. Kimmel acknowledged Trump's own struggles with ratings, flashing a graphic of the president's low approval numbers on screen. For beginners in TV ratings, think of it like this. These numbers show how many people tuned in, and high ratings mean big bucks for networks through ads. So this was a major win for Kimmel and ABC. And this is the part most people miss, the deeper layers of controversy that reveal how intertwined entertainment and politics have become. Later in the monologue, before actor Ethan Hawke made a surprise appearance, Kimmel teamed up with Fox News's Jesse Waters to investigate a bizarre incident dubbed Escalator Gate. Picture this. An escalator at the UN building mysteriously stopped just as First Lady Melania Trump and the president were stepping on. It could have led to a minor mishap, like a tripped step or an awkward stumble, but luckily, no real harm came from it. Kimmel used this to poke fun at the absurdity, turning a potential tragedy into comedy gold. But let's rewind to understand the full story. Kimmel was pulled from the airwaves a week earlier after a joke in his monologue referenced MAGA Republicans distancing themselves from the ideologies of Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter, Tyler Robinson. For context, Charlie Kirk is a prominent conservative activist, and the shooting was a tragic event that some interpreted as politically motivated. Kimmel's remarks were seen by many on the right as unfairly blaming extreme right politics for the murder, sparking outrage. Trump and FCC Chairman Brendan Carr voiced their disapproval, and that pressure, combined with sponsors pulling out and station owners protesting, led Disney ABC to temporarily shut down the show. It's a clear case of how political influence can ripple into the entertainment world, raising questions about censorship and the boundaries of humor. Yet, support for Kimmel and for the principles of free speech poured in from celebrities and fans alike, helping bring the show back swiftly. This whole ordeal highlights the delicate balance between comedy, politics, and public opinion in today's media landscape. What do you think? Should comedians have the freedom to mock politicians without fear of repercussions? Or does that cross into dangerous territory? Is it right for political figures like Trump to pressure networks, potentially stifling dissent? And here's a controversial twist. Could this be seen as a form of illegal campaign contribution, as Trump suggested? Or is it just hyperbole? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Kimmel's approach? Or do you side with the critics? Let's discuss.